Welcome to the Universal Monsters Podcast, the show destined to be a footnote for the finest monster-themed article. I'm your host, Jake, author of The Devil's League and creator of hot-quality content, and with me, as always, the creator and host of Scream Psychology, Kieran Head, a.k.a. Bruce. How you doing?
Pretty good.
And, of course, my other co-host, the creator of Emerald Quill Studios and directing Tour de Force, Xander. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great. How are you, Jake?
Not bad. First intro where I recommend you as a co-host because you've earned the right by being here just so much.
I've done it. I've put in the work. I've earned it.
You grandfathered yourself in.
He's done his time and he wants out. Well, every month my fine co-hosts and I break down a bunch of Universal Monster news across movies, shows, theme parks, physical media, and anything else regarding these classic monsters. After that, we discuss the topic and the title of the episode. So, are you ready for some news?
Sure.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Don't all yell out at once. But all right, we got some serious news going on here. We don't have a lot of topics. We have a small amount of topics, but let me just say the small is big because Universal's Epic Universe, which of course features the upcoming Dark Universe, is really coming out in full force now. They've invited certain select people to come in, and you the layman can go right now for $10 trillion in a bag of dirt if you really want to. But people are going to the park, starting to video things, starting to release information online. And as I was about to pull show notes together in between the two shows that we recorded today, Xander told me that he already has a ton of notes written down, prepared about Epic Universe, coupled with
I got notes.
Newly released footage of the POVs of the Monsters Unchained Frankenstein experiment. We got POVs of basically the whole situation. So, Xander, by all means, take it away. What do you got?
Well, for the regular monster fan, apparently there's a whole ass podcast called like Universal Experience or something. I don't know. It's like promo stuff, and they get like interviews with people, and so they've been interviewing the creators of the fucking parks this whole ass time. And two of the podcasts, one of them was with an interview with the two lead creators of the Dark Universe park, and another one was just like the main like experience person. So I'm gonna go through that first. What I also have is that there was a channel, I don't remember, I think it was like Ordinary Adventures or something. They did a whole 1 hour long video showing the entire park off. I'm sure they're great people, but I put it on 2x speed, and I skipped through a lot of the jokes and stuff. But I did watch a lot. They showed everything. Wow, I got a lot to say. And then I also people have uploaded the entire ride. The video I sent Jake and Bruce is probably the best version I could find of the ride at the moment, so that's what I got. But I'll first say the notes from watching those podcasts, specifically what the creators said, and then I'll go from what I've seen from the footage. So first off, when you walk into it, I saw this in the video too, there is so much fucking references to the moon. But one of the things of notes that the creator says that there's a cage of like a captured monster that was like dead and stuff, and it's the cage, and it's a mole person. It's a dead mole people creature. Yeah, so that was really cool. I saw a picture of it. It looks cool. Would not have recognized it if I had not known that, but Bruce might have recognized. I've never seen mole people, so that was really.
I haven't either. I just have the figure.
Second, one of the restaurants is called Steakhouse, or Steakhouse or something, but it's pronounced like steak, like a vampire steak. Apparently part of the lore of Blackmore is that there's an entire underground colony of vampires that live underneath Darkmoor, and there's a well in the middle, and that well leads to the colony. The well has spikes, and vampires will put people on those spikes so that the blood will come down from the villagers to them so that they can just eat and feast on it. But also, I guess they made it so that, like, if vampires get out of line, they'll just stake a vampire and it'll just, like, kind of turn into this frozen corpse or something. But the restaurant itself, it's really cool. It serves a bunch of food. The footage from what I saw in the vlogger thing, there's, like, tons of artwork, and all the waiters and stuff and staff are supposed to act like vampire familiars, like Renfield type people. And I guess if you ask them about the paintings, they'll tell you like lore about what happened. There's these two really cool looking dummies that like have like stakes that were like the king and queen of the village originally. By the way, the village is all like supposed to be set in like modern day, where it's like kind of like a backwards village, but like it's meant to be taking place in like modern times kind of stuff. I'll get into that later. That's one of the restaurants. The big windmill we see, that's also another, it's a bar. It's like a tavern. It's called the Burning Blade Tavern. That's where you can get your alcohol and stuff. But every 15 minutes or so, a bell rings and the windmill blades explode on fire and they stay on fire for like a couple of minutes. And this just happens every 15 minutes the entire day. And the footage of it is really cool. Like, holy shit, it's insane. So that's another thing. But
I could see that being a problem.
Well, they were talking. The people who created, they were talking. They I guess they did like aerospace technology and stuff. They were working really hard to get this thing to work all the time. I don't know, but it looked cool. So when you do first enter, there's a cemetery. It's got like misters and stuff to make it look like fog. They have like a bunch of tombstones and stuff. One of them is a little girl like with like a bundle of flowers, obviously referencing Frankenstein. Curse of the Werewolf roller coaster. The most uninteresting thing every time we've discussed it, but that one thing about like apparently there's regular ass werewolves and stuff. Well, I got the whole ass story idea behind why the creators of this, their whole idea was that they wanted to
make a direct extension to Lee Winnell's Wolfman and carry on the designs verbatim and have it be in the same universe.
I mean, exactly. I mean, you said it right out of from the goat's out. And no, because the Monsters Unchained could be scary for kids or something, they wanted to make another ride where like anyone could kind of go on for like families and stuff. So the idea of the roller coaster was they were like, well, let's see if we could make one of the movies into a ride. The guy thought he knew Wolfman, but he did not. But anyways, the idea is that you go in, Maleva the gypsy, it's like, oh, you're gonna get attacked by a werewolf, and then you get attacked by a werewolf and you become a werewolf, and the werewolf you become are the long snout werewolves that we've kept talking about. It's like, where do these fit in the story? And so then you get off the ride and now you're a werewolf for life. So their stupid little thing is like, oh, every 20 minutes we're creating brand new werewolves, and like the roller coaster is meant to be like how it feels to be a werewolf and stuff. So there you go. That's the whole mystery behind these long snouted werewolf designs and stuff. That's the idea. That's the lore and stuff. It's not that interesting or anything. The roller coasters apparently like the chairs are supposed to freely spin around, but I guess that just it matters on weight distribution and stuff. So, but yeah, that's the whole story behind the Curse of the Werewolf roller coaster. I know that was the big one, right? A little bit more story. Jake, I'm really sorry, but you're gonna have to get a really good lawyer. Because you have some intellectual property ideas that you need to go. The story is behind
almighty.
Monsters Unchained, Dr. Victoria Frankenstein has gone out and captured all of these monsters, keeping them in cages underneath her castle, and her idea is that she runs experiments to get them to live with us in the real world peacefully.
Oh, no. Okay. All right. Motherfucker. You know what? I can't even be mad. You don't know why? Because I wrote the book, and it came out 2 years ago. 2 years before this got announced and this happened, which means that they are ripping me off, and I can actually genuinely say that. I can say, listen.
They ripped you off!
it's one thing when you have an idea and it's a real good idea and you're like, no one's had this idea before, and you start developing and making it, and then someone else like fucking Universal is like, here's the idea, shithead, we had it first. Then you suck. Then you're the idiot for having the idea. I'm the winner. They're the idiot. I had the idea. Waylon Ross, baby, the OG guy who collects and captures monsters in his own basement and tries to get to integrate into actual society. Number one, let's go. I got the lore on Dark Universe. And now next event that I go to, I'm not done. The next event that I go to sell my book, I can be like, Universal's Epic Universe lifted my story and went directly to the pages of the fine art that is the masterpiece. That is a Darth Vader popcorn bucket helmet, but also the Devil's League on bookshelves now, wherever books are sold. The story of a guy who inspired the Epic Universe, Dark Universe ride. Get fucked, Universal. Get fucking fucked. I did it first.
And hey, you could always cut a deal with them to sell the book in the park.
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
that is true.
oh. If I got in those boardrooms and pitched that book, they'd probably be like, wow, good idea, let's do it.
To be fair, though, it's when you watch the ride and stuff, it's extremely bare bones with the whole story, like plot. Like, it's not like word for word. Again, your whole thing where you wanted to make a monster society, her whole thing is like controlling the monsters so that they can live in the real world. I don't really understand the whole thing. It's a little odd, but I could, if you told me that one day someone picked up your book, read the back, and like kind of skimmed through, and they're like, "I got it. We can rip them off." I 100% believe it. But the whole story of the ride is so the Frankenstein monster we've seen and everything. That's not our Boris Karloff boy. In fact, our Boris Karloff boy is dead and on display in the queue. I don't know where she found it, but apparently Victoria Frankenstein has been dissecting the old school Boris Karloff Frankenstein monster and looking at him, and she made her own version of the Frankenstein monster, and he's all good and stuff. Like he's like loyal to her and shit like that. But I guess according to the creators, is that she did that. She succeeded with that, and so she's like, well, I'm gonna go on to the big guns. I captured Dracula, and I'm gonna experiment on him and control him, and obviously that goes foobar and horribly wrong. Not much unlike, well, I don't know. Anyways, so around the park, or roaming around the park, well, no. So the Invisible Man in the smoking jacket, wearing the fedora, I don't know why they did that, but whatever. And the whole thing, he'll walk around and he'll interact with guests and stuff. I've seen some footage. He's fun. Looks really cool. There's a meet and greet with Bride of Frankenstein. She's not like the Universal Studios one, and I guess you can also meet Frankenstein's monster as well. But they're not like the Universal Studios one. The bride will like talk and stuff, and like you can ask her questions. I have a whole ass conversation with her. Those three walk around. Those are the three monsters you get that will walk around. Hopefully they add more later. I really would like that. That'd be really cool.
You want the Wolfman.
They also have I would love Larry Talbot. Not even, they don't even have to make him a werewolf. He can just like walk around and be like, listen, you gotta kill me.
You have any alcohol?
Have you seen Gwen? Yeah, like the whole park's set like years late. I don't know. They have a bunch of violinists that will walk around the park, like playing music. I guess the whole park has music scored by Danny Elfman, but they have like actual live violinists that will just like play music, and they literally will play like the music from the Wolfman, 2010's Wolfman, the doo-doo-doo, bum bum, but it's cool. And then they have them like tell like the folklore and history of like the park and stuff to kind of like immerse you in everything. Then they also created other actors that they have walking around the park are they're called the Hounds. They're like monster hunters who just like discuss their close calls with different creatures and monsters. And actually, I meant to send this in the chat too. I found just a couple pictures off Reddit of people who've taken photos of the park and stuff. The final person that they have walk around is an Igor. Unfortunately, it's not our good Bela Lugosi type Igor with the beard and stuff, but it's still a fun character. The file will upload eventually, but he's got like goggles. He'll like talk to people, and he has like pieces of people and monsters, and fucking work around. But that's all the stuff I have straight from the source. Besides that, the actual park looks fucking insane. Like, it is detailed to the brim. It's really cool. Again, there's like artwork, there's statues, there's freaking, I don't know. I mean, even the gypsy area for like the Curse of the Werewolf section is really cool. They have a snack shack, like one of those like places where you can like get a pretzel or something. It's based off the hut that the old guy from Bride of Frankenstein lived in, and I can't remember what the guy's name is, but that's what they called like the shop. And above the door is like the cane that he had, which is really cool.
Pretzel good.
Yeah, pretzel good. They made a mocktail called Monocane, so they really are just jumping full on all over. But yeah, I mean, in terms of the ride, it's really cool. It doesn't look as like jumpy as Harry Potter was. So I don't know if maybe that's just because of how they filmed it. That's about all I can tell you, unless you want to know about all the merch and stuff that they have, which is some really cool stuff. Oh, the monster makeup experience thing. It's nothing insane. It's just face paint, and I guess apparently if you get a full ass face paint, you can't buy alcohol for the rest of the day because they can't ID you. Weird. But the props and stuff, it's just like some lame ass shirts and stuff. It's nothing insane. So that's it. That's it. That's all if you guys have any other questions and stuff, I can answer. But other than that, that's the research I have to give.
Wow. Yeah, my main thing about the footage of the video is I wish the people filming it would have shut up. Because they kept going, Quasimodo!
Well, yeah, but like, if
maybe
the
I
three of
didn't
us
show
were
the
there,
right one.
If the three of us were there opening it, would be like, oh, dude, Hunchback, hell yeah. That's definitely us.
It's fucking Phantom of the Opera!
Fucking Phantom of the Opera, bro.
Yeah, I do think it's funny that Victoria's whole thing is that she's capturing the monsters, and yet the Phantom is just allowed to sit there and play mood music.
Well, I guess no. What I guess is that she experimented on him, so he's fine now, and so she's like, "Well, just play mood music."
And she apparently bought a bell for Quasimodo to hang around on.
I mean, it is a story about someone who captures and collects all the monsters, but one of the universal monsters is just there to kind of just be there and help sometimes. It's pretty original. It's fresh. I can't see any inspiration for that in any other.
Gotta catch them all.
Yeah, no.
Deliriously excited for this theme park. It's funny because like Epic Universe has like 5 separate lands. I might like walk through the Mario world. I might like glance at the Harry Potter world, but like I'm there for one thing. I'm there for the namesake of the show.
Same. I'm probably gonna like go through the Nintendo world like once, look at the ride queue and see that it's like an hour and say no, I'm good. And then whatever. I don't have any interest in How to Train Your Dragon.
I like the trilogy,
though, but yeah,
I've never seen it.
I like the movies. I like the movies. I just have no interest in the
ride.
like, okay, whatever.
Right.
Cool.
And like it stands to reason that like just because I was just about to say like just because you like a movie or a series doesn't mean that you necessarily want to go and experience the park. But like that being said, if they make Matrix Land, I'm there yesterday. You're like, it depends what they're doing.
They make Truman Show Land.
I mean,
Truman Show Land. That's the plot of the movie. Wait.
From the footage I saw, like there is enough there that I feel like I just wouldn't even if I wanted to just see what the other places are about. There's just so much in the Dark Universe place that I feel like all the time that I can have would have to be spent there because there's just so much detail they put into it and everything. Right. Also, it looks amazing at night. That you see it during the day, but then at night with all the lights and everything, it's really cool looking.
So spend the day at the other parks. Go to Dark Universe at night.
Oh, of course. That's how it's done. Standard protocol.
No,
Maybe
I'm
pop over
spending-
to Islands of
I'm
Adventure
spending
one day.
all day and all night at Dark Universe. I'm just spending the whole ass day.
For what the ticket costs, you're damn right. You better get every fucking dollar's worth out of that experience.
I really the queue for the Monsters Unchained is actually really cool too, because it has like tons of different things about like her doing experience and shit. And there's a whole ass room that has footage of her capturing the monsters, like handheld footage and stuff. So, you know, that's. And I watched that and I thought for a second, I was like, that sounds familiar to me. That's
Yeah, I want my royalties on that. I want my licensing rights.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I got in my bedroom. It's one of the only things hanging on my wall near my bedside is I framed the copyright, because they mail you the copyright when you make something. They don't email it. They're like, here's your fucking physical thing. Like, it's like getting married or a birth certificate. Like, here's the only thing. So I got that framed. Universal doesn't have that, so, you know, if I could get those royalty checks, please, sent to my house at doxableaddress.jizz, that'd be great. I appreciate that. Just about wrap up our epic universe-related news. There's nothing else that we kind of saw in the ethosphere, but that's okay, because we got this, and it's the craziest, newsiest piece of news yet. So, safe to say, we're all really excited for it. And it's just a matter of planning and us becoming multimillionaires before heading down that way ourselves.
All the rest of the news is going to drop like at midnight tonight after we're done filming.
You know it.
Yeah.
You know it. So at the
Whole
first,
ass
when this
thing.
goes up, we're going to have like test footage of Mummy and Dark Universe 2 announced with Kurtzman returning, as if that would be exciting at all. And yeah, it's all going to drop
Johnny
right now.
Depp, Invisible Man is going to come.
We're going to get the Brendan Fraser Legacy sequel.
Now we're going to get into the title topic, which has already been recorded. So before we get to the title topic, this is a rare opportunity we have where we're filming this out of order. In this, us recording it right now, we've already done this. So what did you guys think of the title topic when we did this?
It was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. I really had a good time with it, honestly.
Yeah. It was a fun idea I kicked around for a while, and I spent a few episodes like perfecting it, and now I finally decided to air it. So without further ado, this is the title topic, which I did not disclose to either of them before it happened. So take it away, myself from the past. The title topic today, I have not revealed to either of my co-hosts. The title topic today is a game. Here's how this game is going to work. I combed through the entire Universal Monsters saga as defined in Hot Quality Content's Monsterthon from 1923's Hunchback all the way up to today with 2025's Wolfman. Of that list, I then pared it down to ones which have a critic's consensus on Rotten Tomatoes. I just sent that list to the chat, so that's relevant information for you. So these are the Universal Monster films that have a critic's consensus of Rotten Tomatoes. The other ones don't have enough reviews to count. At random, I am going to read you the critics' consensus of all of these films, and it's up to you to guess which film it's for.
I'm going to nail it.
Each correct guess is worth 1 point. We can change who guesses first each round, so it's like fair, in case one's obvious. If I read the consensus and you both guess wrong, I'll then reveal the score of the film before giving you each a second guess. Couple caveats, couple important pieces of information. In these consensuses, I've redacted 2 pieces of information. Proper nouns, like Dracula, and monster-centric words, like vampiric or creature feature, if it's a creature movie. Stuff like that. So I've redacted things that are going to definitively give it away in one word. There are also, and this is the extra part, this is just because I'm an insane person, there are 3 wild cards in this list. In this list are an Oscar-nominated film from 2024, a Razzie-nominated film from 2024, and an AI-generated consensus for a film that does not exist. So that's in here as well, those 3 pieces of information.
That might be easy to pick out.
Wait, so the Oscar and Razzies, those aren't monster movies, right? They're just...
No, they're just movies.
Okay.
You guys ready to play? I'm going to start off with a really easy one.
All right.
This is like a trial round because you're going to get it immediately.
Okay.
So this is how it's going to work. I'm going to start by saying, carrying off well-worn redacted tropes with a ballet flourish, Redacted dances around the familiarity of its premise with a game cast and slick style. Now that's
That's
only
very
one possible
easy.
fucking film. That's
Abigail.
very
Abigail.
That's not even a point. Yeah, that's very easily an Abigail. So that's how it's going to work. 83%. So if you guys got it wrong, I would have said it's 83%, and then you guys can guess it a second time. So if you guys get all 4 possible guesses wrong, you guys just suck. I'm just going to say it. I'll throw another easy one, and this one's real. We're actually starting the game now. You can cross off Abigail. Here we go. Redacted's final appearance as Redacted is a fitting farewell before the series descended into self-parody. And we can randomly pick, say, Xander to go first this time.
Son of Frankenstein?
You got it right.
I had it immediately. I was like, I knew that one.
Oh my god!
I have that marked as an easy one. They're marked as easy or difficult, or just average.
Well, I genuinely didn't think I would get that.
So now it can be Bruce's turn to go first. I'll pick another from the easy bag.
Let the games begin.
Neither awful enough to suck nor sharp enough to bite, Redacted misses the point of its iconic character's redacted appeal.
Is that character plural?
Iconic character apostrophe S, so it's one character.
Last Voyage of the Demeter?
No! Ooh,
Shit.
all right. It's a game now.
Is it my turn?
Xander, one more time. Neither awful enough to suck nor sharp enough to bite, Redacted misses the point of its iconic character's redacted appeal.
Wolfman 2025?
No, the score is
Damn.
26%. We're back to you, Bruce. Another time. We got
26?
neither awful enough to suck. Sorry?
Wait, I think I know.
What is it?
Dracula Untold?
Yes! Congratulations. We got a
Oh,
point for Xander and a
okay.
point for Bruce. I got to note this down with a pen.
I knew it had to be a vampire movie because they used both bite and suck.
Yes, I can't really
Oh.
redact that stuff.
Awful enough to suck. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's Xander's favorite underrated film of all time. So, here we go. Let's get a little more off the beaten path here. A heart-rending take on the classic book with a legendary performance by Redacted. This is Bruce's turn.
No, it's Xander's turn, isn't it?
Is it? Oh, no, you're right. It's Xander's turn. A heart-rending take on the classic book with a legendary performance by Redacted.
That's got to be Dracula in 1931.
'Tis not. Bruce, you got to guess.
It's one of 2 movies. Is it Hunchback?
It's Hunchback, yes. Point, Bruce.
It was either Hunchback or Phantom, because most of these aren't going to mention the book. I don't think.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I got the next one ready, and it is Bruce's turn, I believe.
Yeah.
Suitably grand and special effects laden, Redacted suffers from a suspense deficit script and a surprising lack of genuine chills.
I'm thinking.
I gotta have like a shot clock.
Last Voyage of the Demeter again?
No, but you'll get there one day. Xander?
Can you say it again, please?
Suitably grand and special effects laden, Redacted suffers from a suspense deficit script and a surprising lack of genuine chills.
Van Helsing?
Great guess, but no. 32% for this boy. Suitably grand and special effects laden, Redacted suffers from a suspense deficit script and a surprising lack of genuine chills.
Wolfman 2010?
Yeah!
Oh!
Bruce is getting there. All right. It is Xander's court. Redacted finds a fresh angle on Redacted's oft-told tale, although lackluster execution often undercuts the story's claustrophobic tension.
Wow, that was a lot. Okay.
A lot of clues.
Say that again? I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Redacted finds a fresh angle on Redacted's oft-told tale, although lackluster execution often undercuts the story's claustrophobic tension.
Claustrophobic tension. Invisible Man 2020?
Nope.
Was it Invisible Man 2020?
No, it is not. In fact, I said
Oh, I think it's my go-to guess.
Oh, I didn't hear.
I think
it is Demeter.
Yes.
It is.
Damn.
You said it so many times, you incepted it into my brain, so I had to go with it. All right, here we
this
go.
is my chord again.
I believe so. Yes.
This is almost unfair.
It's hard because like with Wolfman 2010, I did think there was like good chills in that, so it's like hard for me because I'm like, oh, wait.
Well, bear in mind
right.
the consensus is built around the theatrical cut.
True. That's
I've seen the director's cut more. So
All right, so here we go. Redacted extends the redacted myth in an interesting direction, but the talky script and mild atmosphere undermine its ambition.
Talkie script. Dracula 79?
Good guess, but no. Xander?
this is so hard for me.
Let me just say, let me amend that. Bad guess. Dracula 79 is not on the list. It doesn't have a consensus.
Yeah, I looked. I'm like, I don't see 79.
I didn't. I made the mistake of not scrolling up.
I screenshotted it. And I've been crossing things off. So
I'm surprised that it wasn't on the list, honestly.
okay, give me it again. I'm forgetting.
Yeah,
this.
Redacted extends the redacted myth in an interesting direction, but the talky script and mild atmosphere undermine its ambition.
Okay, so myth, interesting, talk script. It's gonna be a serious one.
That's a tough one. I'm not sure.
Yeah, this is a
Yeah,
tricky one. This is tricky.
Ooh. No, not that. Definitely not that.
Oh, I think I know. It can't be.
I don't think so, but this is the only thing that would make sense. Wolfman 2025?
No. It is 64% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay,
Bruce,
so
back
it's
to
not
you.
the one I was
Redacted.
thinking of.
Yeah. Redacted extends the redacted myth in an interesting direction, but the talky script and mild atmosphere undermine its ambition.
Talkie script.
Talkie
Well,
script.
all these ones have.
Talky scripts?
Well, no, I mean, all of these have, like, I know some of these have, like, way lower scores than that, or have higher scores than that. Talkies. The Cat and the Canary?
No. Good guess, though. Xander, it's up to you, or no one gets this one.
Shit. I mean, this can't be the curveball one, because it's a 60, so... Fuck it. No, wait.
Take a shot. You might be right.
I'm trying to think of one that has a talkie script.
Mummy Returns?
Dracula's Daughter, 1936.
I thought that
What?
would have had a higher score, because people like that movie.
No,
What?
It's not the most beloved of the sequels.
I just wouldn't have thought that that's what they would have said about Dracula's Daughter. That sounded like one of the newer films.
But-
That was
It did sound like a remake. It's a very tricky
I
one.
always,
You
I
read it and
always,
it's like,
I
wow.
always hear people talk about how they like that movie though, and how they think it's better than the original. We're unusual.
sometimes people.
We're unusual in that sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually
Okay,
people
that
will
one was
talk
a
about
wash.
like.
The next one coming up.
Whose turn is
This
it?
one sounds easy, but it actually gets a little trickier. It's harder to place.
Whose turn
So
is?
who's starting?
Whose turn is it?
I gotta keep track. All right, I'm gonna put this penny next to the name I wrote down. Xander went last, so he's going to go first this time. Now I know.
Okay.
So, Xander, decades later, it still retains its ability to scare, and Redacted's performance remains one of the benchmarks of the horror genre.
Well,
So it
that sounds like the only movie.
has to be one of the originals.
It's one of the originals.
It's in
I'm
the
gonna
upper
do
half of
it.
the list.
So, Wolfman, 1941.
Great guess, but no. Bruce, decades later, it
No,
still
it is.
retains
I
its
think-
ability to scare and... Oop, he's got a guess.
Frankenstein?
Nope. I knew someone would say that, though. 90%, by the way. No mystery there. Decades later, it still retains its ability to scare, and Redacted's performance remains one of the benchmarks of the horror genre. Xander, ball's in your court.
Well, then, thank God he didn't say it, Dracula.
Nope.
1931. What?
Good guess.
All right, then.
What the fuck?
Then I am going to have to go with Phantom of the Opera.
Barely clinching the point. Bruce,
1920.
Phantom of the Opera, 1925, the
isn't
only
fair.
Phantom on the list, I believe.
Weird the 40s one doesn't have a consensus.
Yep. I was blown away, too. It was the 40s one, and the Dracula 79 didn't have consensus, and I was surprised at that. But all right,
Okay.
we are
So I'm-
back in the game.
So now I'm starting.
Yes,
Okay.
and I feel like it's only fair, since I've marked them as easy ones, to give 2 easy ones in a row, so you guys each have a good time.
Right.
And if you guys suck, then you guys suck.
Okay.
Suck.
With middling CG effects and a distinct lack of fun, Redacted finds the series past its prime.
Oh.
So it's a series past its
Um,
prime. Is it Tomb of the Dragon Emperor?
I think I know that.
It
Damn
sure
it.
is at 13%.
I was just about to say that!
Of course you were, because it's easy.
I had to think
Alright,
if
I'll
it was
give
either Returns or Tomb, but the wording of it definitely had to be Tomb.
No, because some
Alright.
people like Returns like me.
Here we go. Smart, well-acted, and above all scary, Redacted proves that sometimes the classic source material for a fresh reboot can be hiding in plain sight.
Well, easy. The Invisible Man, 2020.
Yep. Damn right.
I know.
Rotten,
that one.
Rotten Tomatoes and your puns.
I know. Well, I mean, like, I can redact, like, things that'll give it away, but I can't redact hiding in plain sight. That's just a phrase. Like, I can't do that.
That
all right,
was
regardless.
what solidified, but it was the other part where it was like, oh, this just proves to. I was like, yeah, that sounds like 2020.
Yeah. So here we go. Bruce, here we go. Still unnerving to this day, Redacted adroitly explores the fine line between genius and madness and features Redacted's legendary, frightening performance as Redacted.
It's Frankenstein.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
Xander,
Okay.
Redacted's timeless portrayal of Redacted in this creepy and atmospheric Redacted film has set the standard for major Redacted roles since.
Dracula in 1931.
Sure is.
Okay.
Got to get those two out of the way. They're both.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared about the originals. I'm gonna fuck it up. I'm like, no.
All right, here we go. An eccentric, campy, technically impressive, and frightening picture, Redacted's Redacted has aged remarkably well.
Bride of Frankenstein?
It is, in fact, Bride of Frankenstein.
Campy, that word just gave it away.
Yeah.
I was thinking about 1999's Mummy.
Ooh, it's
I
not
never
a bad pick.
I didn't think Bride was considered campy.
Well, Mummy's reception at the time was not amazing. So the consensus is not going to be, like, overtly positive.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Action adventure doesn't get much cheesier than Redacted.
Van Helsing?
Nope.
The Mummy 99?
Nope. 40% Rotten Tomatoes. Action adventure doesn't get much
Oh,
cheesier
I
than
know what
Redacted.
it is now.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Now that Bruce says he knows it, Xander's got to focus.
Wait, I'm
Rocking-
now doubting. I think it's between two movies.
The Monster Squad?
No.
Is it the Scorpion King?
It is, in fact, Dwayne The Rock Johnson's Scorpion King film.
I saw that movie in the theater when it came out.
40% is like an amazingly high number for what that movie is.
I never frequent Rotten Tomatoes, so this is. Oh
Well,
my
good, this
god!
is a
I'm
challenge,
just like,
then.
it really is. I'm literally going in completely blind because like you're telling me like the percentages. I'm like, okay.
All right. We'll hold it down. We got, I believe it's Bruce first.
Is it?
Yeah, didn't you just get that one last?
Oh yeah, because Xander guessed first and he said Monster Squad.
Right, exactly.
All right.
So here we go. Surreal and unsettling. Redacted overcomes an occasionally tenuous narrative grasp by virtue of its bold, provocative approach to serious themes. Got a lot of big words. in there.
Serious themes. Surreal.
Bold and provocative.
Well, it's not any of the modern ones.
They're very real.
The Mummy 32?
No good guess. Surreal and unsettling, Redacted overcomes an occasionally tenuous narrative grasp by virtue of its bold, provocative approach to serious themes.
The Man Who Laughs?
Nope. 93% Rotten Tomatoes. Surreal and unsettling, Redacted overcomes an occasionally tenuous narrative grasp by virtue of its bold, provocative approach to serious themes.
Surreal and unsettling. This is driving me crazy. Well, it's not going to be that. It's not going to be that. It sure as hell is not going to be that. The Cat and the Canary?
No. And does Xander have a guess, right? Is that where we are?
Yeah.
We each got we got two guesses on the 93%.
Oh, okay. So that means it's time for me to reveal it?
I guess, yeah. I
Okay.
can give it another
I
guess.
didn't know if it was Xander's turn. I didn't know if we won already. But regardless, the answer is A Different Man, nominated for
You
Best Snake
son
with
of a
Hairstyling at the
bitch.
Academy Awards.
Oh, you bastard!
I told you, there's 3 wild cards, and that's one of them.
I should have figured.
I
It
thought
doesn't match any of them. It's unique.
I thought your Oscar-nominated one was going to be Nosferatu. I thought that was going to be the Oscar-nominated.
That's a good
Starring
point.
my casting pick for the rebooted Creeper.
All right, that means I believe it's Xander's
Damn.
court here. A handsomely told tale with an affecting performance from Redacted. Redacted remains one of the classics of the Redacted stable.
Handsomely told.
I think I'm pretty handsomely told myself. That's just me, though.
Handsomely told. Staple. So it's one of the classics.
Yeah, it has to be.
Handsomely. Wolfman 1941.
Jackpot.
Aha!
That was
Yes!
that was my guess.
I knew Jake was gonna throw Wolfman 1941 at me, and I knew he'd laugh if I didn't get it. So every time I heard classic or something, I was paranoid that it was Wolfman.
Oh man.
I'm just,
It's
I'm,
like
I,
your
you know
demeanor.
what?
Just say it enough and it'll happen.
You know what? I'm just gonna say this right now, regardless of who wins. I feel personally that I won, that I got my favorite film. So
Fair enough.
And I got
all I
mine.
care
I got
about.
mine. So
which one was yours?
All right.
Bride to Frankenstein.
Bride.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So, Bruce. A solid, atmospheric Redacted that entertains without attempting to be deeper than it needs.
So that means that would tell me that it's a remake. Is it The Mummy 99?
No.
Shit.
Say it again, please.
A solid atmospheric redacted that entertains without attempting to be deeper than it needs.
I'm going to say Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Was that your guess?
Yeah.
You're correct, my friend.
Yes! Deeper than
The
it
redacted
needs.
word was
that,
not
that
remake.
Was the part.
God, oh.
It was creature feature, actually.
Oh, I missed the
Atmospheric
pun.
creature feature, yeah. I can't leave
I
that in
was
there.
like-
It's literally the creature movie.
See, this is why I've been crossing off the list, because I've been looking and I'm like, well, none of these remakes would be considered solid or anything like that, and then they're deeper than it needs to be. So,
All right, well, Xander's using that tactic to pull through.
it's my biggest it's my biggest crutch right now. Woo!
Current score I have is Bruce 9, Xander 5. So you've been pulling up
Damn!
ahead recently. Hey,
Bruce
he
is gonna
slaughtered you at the
kick my
beginning, but
ass.
you're pulling through towards the end here. Xander, I think this one's for you. A meeting of brilliant creative minds. Redacted serves as a stellar showcase for the talents of director Redacted and star Redacted. This one I think is difficult.
Director redacted and star redacted. And it's a medium minds. This one was clearly good. Had to be a star. Oh, there's not much left here.
No, there's not. And that is
Running
a tough
thin.
one.
Mm-hmm.
I have a guess, but it's probably wrong.
You said 1999's Mummy was mostly hated, Bruce?
It was mixed. It had like a marginal. It had a marginally rotten score for a long time.
Okay. Is this the curveball AI one?
No great guess, but no.
Damn.
So, do I get to make a guess now?
You do.
Yeah.
Is it Invisible Man 33?
No. So the score is 100%. A meeting of brilliant creative minds. Redacted serves as a stellar showcase for the talents of director Redacted and star Redacted.
This is 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Pretty rare. Although I don't know how many reviews it has. Maybe it has like one.
That's possible.
Wait, what the fuck?
None of these fits.
None of these. The Man Who Laughs?
With the outside guess, Xander bumps up to 6 points.
Who the fuck directed
Yeah.
Okay.
Man Who Laughs?
I don't know who directed it. I read that. I was like, huh?
Who
I know
is
it's
it?
what is
Wait,
it?
say
Conrad
the-
Veidt as Man Who
Yeah,
Laughs. He's great.
Conrad
Yeah,
Veidt.
Conrad, yeah.
He's great. He's very talented. I love him in other stuff too. But I don't know the fuck.
Damn.
I was just thinking the directors who are like known for doing these things. Because why else would you
Yeah.
mention them?
I know.
Yeah, because I'm
I
like
know, I
looking at
don't
all these,
think
I'm like, there is nothing that would be 100%, and
I'm guessing.
I know that everyone always talks about Man Who
I'm
Laughs.
guessing Man Who Laughs has like 4 reviews.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to look it up, but probably not many. Here we go.
So this one's mine.
This one's yours. A hollow redacted that suffers from CGI overload.
Van Helsing?
Jackpot, right off the money.
Damn.
Didn't even have to wait for that one. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
CGI Hollow. Okay.
Xander, dreary
feel
and
like-
poorly paced. Oh, sorry, what was that?
Oh, I was gonna say, I don't feel like Van Helsing was overloaded with CGI.
That was
There's a lot of CGI in it.
That's what common criticism of it when you see people talk about it online is the CGI. But then again, I'm talking about reviews from an era where people just bitched about CGI all the time. So
Yeah, you gain a greater appreciation of those early CGI movies with how CGI is used today. All right, anyways.
Dreary and poorly paced, this reimagining of Redacted doesn't have enough personality or pulse to merit the resurrection.
Resurrection. Pulse. So it's not a classic.
Pulse.
Poorly paced. Well, it's either of the two. Wolfman 2025?
No. Good guess. Bruce, you got a guess off?
Well, they said Pulse, so I'm assuming it's a vampire movie. Is it Renfield?
Nope. 22% Rotten Tomatoes. This one is a dud, apparently. Dreary and poorly paced, this reimagining of Redacted doesn't have enough personality or pulse to merit the resurrection.
Mummy 2017?
Great guess, but no. Bruce.
The Munsters?
Guys, you guessed valiantly, but this is in fact The Crow from last year, nominated for Worst Supporting Actress. Nominated for Worst Supporting Actress for, I have no idea who this is. Fucka Twigs?
I would have never guessed it. Never in a million years would have guessed.
FKA Twigs,
Crow.
Worst Supporting Actor. I don't know. Look, it worked. It sounded like it was describing like Dracula Untold, is why I picked it. So.
Problem is, you gave us Dracula Untold way too early.
So
I did.
So
I
we
should've held
have. We still have the completely made up one to go.
Yeah, we still have
Yes,
the
you've
fucking
done the
AI
best.
one.
You've done the Razzie, and now you have the AI consensus somewhere in this
God.
pool of upcoming.
I'm really scared because Jake. I don't know if Jake is gonna poker face us with the AI one.
I've poker faced pretty well so far, unless you guys see an amazing.
No, I mean
flaw in
like
my armor.
add little bits like say like, oh, apparently this is the score it got or something like that.
So the ones we guessed wrong, those are still in the pot.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here we go. Oh, Bruce, for context, I don't know if you're keeping a track of the list, but the ones left to choose from are Cat and the Canary, Mummy Classic, Invisible Man Classic, Abbott and Costello Frankenstein Classic. There's no remake of that. Monster Squad, Mummy 1, Mummy Returns, League, Mummy 2017, Munsters, Renfields, Wolfman 2025.
All right, that's what I thought.
Why did you put League
what's up.
and Munsters?
Because they were in the Monster Time.
They're in the Monster. They have consensus.
Okay. Why did you watch League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
Ask Ian.
Dude.
He insisted that it had to be part of it. He just wanted to watch it.
I think if there was any Monster Time
Okay.
movie I'd make you guys watch again, it would be that one. Just so I could,
Oh my
so
God.
I could chime in and talk about the comics.
Oh God Almighty!
I'll make you
That
guys
sounds terrible.
rewatch Frankenstein meets the Wolfman.
That's a good movie.
All right. Well, either way, we're gonna go ahead and get things rolling here. We'll go back to an easy one. It's Xander's turn, right?
Is
A
it?
zany horror spoof that plays up and then plays into the best of redacted cliches. What is it?
Zany horror spoof that. Oh,
Mhm.
Monster Squad?
Bruce, a zany horror spoof that plays up and then plays into the best of redacted cliches.
Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein?
Yeah, Xander, you fumbled that bag pretty hard, man.
Damn it. Okay.
There's only one spoof. Alright, well, here we go. This one's fun. The redacted shows clear affection for the source material, but it never translates into a compelling update on the classic series.
Is that for me?
That's for you.
Compelling update on the classic series. Is this Mummy 99?
No.
Shit. I have a second
The
guess.
redact. Is this the AI one?
It's not the AI. I love how Xander just keeps
Damn.
focusing on the AI one. 55% Rotten Tomatoes. The redacted shows clear affection for the source material, but it never translates into a compelling update on the classic series.
The Monster Squad?
No.
Shit.
Xander, you can clinch this one.
The Monsters?
Yes. The redacteds were the Rob Zombified monsters.
That only had 55%?
I'm shocked it's that high. But it says classic series. It meant like a television series, which is why I figured that would be a little, not as well hidden.
Fuck.
Yeah, I was kind of looking. I'm like, well, what the hell is left?
Right? We're getting there. Bringing its sturdy setup thrillingly to life. This is for you, Bruce. Redacted proves Redacted a director with a deft hand for suspenseful stories and expertly assembled ensembles.
Ensembles. The Cat and the Canary?
Yeah, you got it. All right.
I've never seen that
Here we
one.
go.
Same.
I started watching it.
Ball.
I started watching it on Netflix a long time ago, and the music they set it to was so terrible I couldn't keep watching.
Here we go. Xander, this one is for you. This is a lot of words. Blending timeless terror with stunning visual effects, Redacted remains a genre-defying masterpiece that thrills with its haunting atmosphere, unforgettable redacted design, and powerful exploration of humanity's deepest fears. That's the longest one on the list.
Shit. I thought I had it, and then humanity's deepest fears. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm still gonna go with it. The Invisible Man, 1933.
Great guess, but no. Bruce, do you want to do
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, is it the AI?
It's the AI one, yes!
Ah, damn it! No! Son of a bitch!
He's been guessing AI so many times, and he finally, Bruce gets it. Oh, man. But for context, the prompt was, write a one-sentence Rotten Tomatoes critic sense of a fictional classic monster movie. And it gave me this huge paragraph. But yeah,
All right.
so there
Wait,
we are. There we
What
have it.
was the full paragraph it gave you? I'm so curious.
I don't know what the fake title is I redacted, but Unforgettable Creature Design is what I redacted out of it.
Okay.
Just 'cause
Okay.
I want to be boilerplate, get rid of the word creature and everything. All right, here we go.
Damn.
And
Bruce, for you, a fun, redacted adventure with a slightly scary twist. Redacted offers tween-friendly horror with just enough of a kick.
the Monster
Oh,
Squad.
motherfucker.
It is indeed the Monster Squad.
Monster
Ooh, you got
Squad.
it. What?
It has its own
The
theme song.
Monster Squad.
Xander, this is actually another easy one. Although it fails to take full advantage of its committed stars and killer premise, Redacted's baddie horror comedy sinks in just enough to leave an impression.
Ugh.
Oh, Renfield.
Yeah, that one's Renfield.
Teddy fucking Lobo.
Talking in its
Teddy fucking Lobo.
cannot be brought up without Teddy fucking
It's the
Lobo.
best Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Oh, let's. Whoa. Whoa.
Okay.
Let's back it up there a little bit.
All right. Hit me.
Came to fight. All right. Relying more on mood and atmosphere than the thrills typical of modern horror fare, Redacted's Redacted sets a masterful template for redacted-themed films to follow.
The Mummy, 1932.
Tis indeed.
I love that movie.
Mum.
That's another one of my favorites.
It's so good. And here we go. Lacking the campy fun of the franchise's most recent entries and failing to deliver many monster movie thrills, Redacted suggests a speedy unraveling for Redacted.
Unraveling. Mummy 2017.
Tis indeed. I did the mummies together. All right. Bruce, this is for ye.
Okay.
In Redacted, the special effects are impressive, but the characters seem secondary to the computer-generated imagery.
I've guessed this like 5 times. It's the Mummy 99.
No!
It's not?
Xander!
Mummy Returns.
It is Return!
Shit.
Yes.
Finally, he steals a point from Bruce.
Ah. It's like, nah, it ain't 99.
The
It's
other foot.
Returns.
Well, I mean, I jumped ahead on 10 points getting the AI one, right?
You did.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that's
worth
true.
1 billion points. You don't need a lot of points. You have a lot. Sanders.
At this point, we're just finishing the game. Bruce has already won, even if I get all.
Yeah, this is
Even if
just
I get the
for
last
street
four.
cred.
Yeah.
All right. It's difficult to make a persuasive argument for Redacted as any kind of meaningful cinematic achievement, but it's undeniably fun to watch.
Mummy 1999.
Yes.
Okay.
What's weird about that one is that sounds way more positive than you would expect from a movie that for 20 years had a 58%.
As of me logging it down, 62.
Yeah,
so it's crawled its way into.
It's crawled its way back up because Rotten Tomatoes started letting bloggers and shit onto the percentage.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I get a guess.
Bruce, this is your guess. Director Redacted's attempt at bringing a fresh psychological dimension to Redacted comes at the expense of proper scares. Although fans of Redacted will still find some tasty morsels to chew on.
Wolfman 2025?
Yep.
God damn it, he got it. as soon as I heard fresh take. Yeah, as soon as I heard fresh take, I'm like, well, Bruce has it.
All right. Big Zandy style, this is you. A name that you have not consented to me giving you, but I've given you anyway. Redacted's classic Redacted features still sharp special effects, loads of tension, a goofy sense of humor, and a memorable debut from Redacted.
Thank God I got this one. Invisible Man, 1933.
Yes. 1933.
Yeah, that had to be it.
It had to be because it's the last classic. Now they're all remakes.
There's literally only 2 movies. It's man, I sure do love League of Extraordinary Gentlemen as a classic special effects film.
It's not the only one.
Is
Is that the only movie left?
Might be.
That's the last movie I've been keeping count.
Bruce, I can't even guess it now. It's the last one. Illumination.
What is it?
This one was fun though because
Read it.
it was
I want-
just ordinary.
Yeah.
Just ordinary. Redacted is a great premise ruined by poor execution.
Yeah, that's League. That's the only one that fits.
I'll give you both a point on that one.
Cool.
All right, so counting that one as a double pointer, Bruce, you got 16. Xander, you got 12. You came close.
Yeah, you did good.
You know, that's better than I thought. I thought I didn't even get into the double digits. So okay.
No, you're up there. That was a fun game. That was good.
It was. No, it was. It really was.
Some were easier than other. Like I have marked in red the ones that are super easy, and I made sure to like give you guys each an easy one. Otherwise, it's just not fair.
Yeah.
Bruce, it's hard to beat the fact that you're like an encyclopedia on this stuff.
Well, I don't actually know the consensus is.
No, but you do know a lot about like critical reception to a lot of these.
Yeah,
movies.
I do.
mean,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
not to
like,
not to
I just-
drop it on air, but like you kind of wrote the book on this stuff. One could say.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Like, I just know that, like, Mummy 1999 is, like, a beloved cult classic now, but I didn't realize that, like, consensually it bombed or stuff like that. So
Yeah, at the time it did not fare super well, but
It did well.
I don't know if
It,
people were like-
it was a big box office movie, but the critics weren't huge on it.
yep. And then the tomato meter got lower as the sequels went on.
And what's funny is that Roger Ebert's review is like kind of positive, but he's like the way he describes it, it's almost like he doesn't understand why he likes it. Like, it was stupid, but it made me happy.
See, Bruce talking like this is why I was going against, like, a Titan right now. Just remembers the most randomest of things. Yeah. Bruce, you're insane. I applaud you.
I just realized I'm still recording.
Oh shit!
I'm
me
still
too.
recording too.
All right. Bye, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Jake can edit this part out.